Hello and welcome to episode 43 of Nugget's Dungeon Terrain. This is part 2 of the development of the sewer system. And just like in part 1, I'm going to show 3 more sections. This first tile will represent one of the places that the sewerage escapes from the system, but instead of moving to the outside, it travels into a deeper area, perhaps into a cave, or maybe it drops into an even more subterranean sewer section. This clip could have easily been an outtake. You'll notice that when I'm cutting in this vertical state, that the cut does not go very straight compared with the line that I've marked. Originally I thought it was because the base of the tile was not straight, but actually it was because the crossarm bar of the cutter was out of alignment. I ended up saving the foam by putting a very small slither of that piece that was cut out back into the tile to complete the corner. I realised later in editing that you could actually see that piece in this part of the shot. I really wanted the sewage to drop down, so the first step to achieve that was to create a large hole in the middle of the room. I decided just to use this tool to press down and create the hole instead of burning. For consistency, the same gel technique is used to create the sludge in the bottom of the sewer trench. You should be able to notice here that each time I apply the gel, I'm always running it in the same direction. This is to create the impression that the material is flowing along. For the application of the gel to the actual outlet pipe, it was important to apply it really thick to this old brush before using it against the edge and dragging it down slightly. I was really careful that when the gel went down, it only came down in small strands and didn't cover a lot of the hole. To this wall section, which has 3 inlet pipes, I applied green paint loosely to the bottom section and particularly focused where the pipes were. This was done before the final painting steps, and in particular the addition of the black wash, so that the colour of the green was dulled down and made a little bit more subtle. Here's a look at the finished piece from a couple of different angles. This second section represents a part of the sewer where the wall has failed and parts of the brickwork have fallen away, allowing all of the mud and soil behind it to spill into the sewer area. What you're looking at here is a 4 centimeter thick piece of foam. This is actually the height of all of the walls that I use. But on this occasion, I not only have the wall marked, but an additional piece that will be cut out and kept with the wall. Here it is here, it's about half prepped. You can see I've drawn on the stonework using a pen, and I've cut most of the foam away that will be part of the finished product. I'm just using a really old brush here to get rid of all of the excess burn tabs. So it's later on and most of the painting has been done, and I'm adding that wall section to the floor with the sewer trench. It's a very specific and tight fit, but all the same, just to be sure, I added a couple of dressmaker pins just to keep it in the exact position that I wanted it. Each of the rocks or bricks in the rubble is a separate piece of XPS foam that has just had the edges rounded off using a microfile. Each of those rocks was then placed separately and very specifically to make it look like the physics of the rocks falling out could actually work and they were landing in the right place. And the third and final section today is a dead end, or at least it will be when the warriors first see it. But on closer inspection, they'll see that the small culvert can be pulled back and they can climb down into another area. So we're almost at the end, and that means that finally we will get to see how the 3 rooms fit together, plus a couple of other examples where they're working with the rooms from part 1. So thanks for watching, and your likes, subscribes and comments are really appreciated. See you next time.